Hey guys, how's it going? It's Chris here. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Today is Saturday, November 3rd. I just got out here in the morning and was able to get the birds cleaned up and, give them a fresh week. And so it's always exciting to get it all cleaned, and it always feels better. And the birds always seem happier once you clean the cages. And so thought I'd hurry and give you guys a quick update. It probably will be a shorter video. But yeah, so we'll start off here with the gouldians. We got our male and female here, our redheads. The male's split to blue back. He's over there on the far left. And I just pulled their nest box off so it's easier for you guys to see. So I just pulled it off. We'll let you look at the babies in here. So I just looked in here. So if you guys remember from last week, so they had 2 babies that hatched, and then they had several eggs left in the nest. And then there was actually one baby that had died that was trampled underneath. So I pulled that baby out. There was actually a few eggs that were still fertile. I didn't think they would hatch, but I just looked inside the nest box and we actually had 2 other babies hatch. My concern, so I'll show you here, my concern is the 2 babies that hatched are way behind the other 2 chicks because they hatched several days later. You see how small those 2 babies are in the back? And we'll go with this angle right here. So if you see, those 2 babies in the back are really tiny. And you have the other 2 babies up front here, they're already grown their feathers. I mean, the parents are feeding them and taking care of them, but my concern is once those 2 big babies, once their eyes open, which will be any day now, they'll outcompete the other chicks, and I'm afraid they're gonna trample them. My issue that I have right now is I don't really have anywhere to put these 2 little chicks. The reason for that is, this pair down here, their chicks are pretty much feathered and getting ready to come out. These guys, I need to look and candle their eggs. I haven't even candled them yet. We could maybe have a chance of putting the 2 chicks in there with these guys, depending on how far along their eggs are. But either way, they're kind of in a rough spot. I do have a society finch in here and society finch in here, but they just fledged babies, so they're not feeding any. Let me focus here so you guys can actually see. Their 2 chicks just fledged, so I wouldn't be able to put chicks in there for them. These 2 are actually fostering 2 owl finch babies that are in there. Kind of hard to see. Those babies are about a week long. I mean, I guess I could try and put them in there, but I just don't think the society finches would accept them, because they've had these 2 owl finches for over a week now, and I don't think they'd accept the babies. So not quite sure what we'll do. We'll have to keep a close eye on them. They're in there begging for food. They got their mouths open. So we'll see. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them. So that'll be something that we'll have to look at and keep a close eye on. I want the 2 chicks to live. I just don't have a whole lot of other options right now for foster parents or other pairs to get the chicks a chance. So that's kind of where we are with those guys. So they have 4 chicks in their nest. And those small 2 chicks, to be honest with you, I don't have super high hopes for, which is unfortunate. And I don't have the time to hand feed these guys. I have hand fed in the past. It is really time consuming and difficult, especially the first week or 2 of the chicks' lives. So it's kind of a tough situation. So I'll show you these guys down here, my yellowback pair, show you their 3 chicks that are in the nest. There's the hen right there. And then there's the yellowback male, he's there behind. So one thing that I'm thinking to do with these guys, so they don't seem to be feeding their chicks as good. The chicks are just kind of small. They really should have already been fledged by now. These chicks are over 3 weeks old. But I just don't think the parents are feeding them, you know, as good as these guys have been getting fed. And so I'll let you take a look in here. So they're in there. So they're still just small. You know, they should be fully feathered now. They're not quite feathered. That yellow on the far right is looking like it's the oldest, the farthest along. So you got 2 yellows and 1 green back in there. So one thing I'm thinking of doing for these guys, and I don't know, they just don't seem to be super healthy to me, which is unfortunate, which isn't good. I have maybe a couple reasons maybe why this could happen. So one, we have 2 first-time parents. So these gouldians, they're both young. They were babies last year. Sorry if you can't see anything. Let's put the nest back in. You know, they were young babies last year, so this is their first year breeding. This is their first clutch of babies. I question how big of a bond they have, and with the lack of experience, you know, if you're not super bonded, the chicks tend to suffer. So one thing that I'm thinking of doing is once these chicks come out and fledge, I'm going to split this pair up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the male and I'm going to pair him with my lady gouldian up here, my extra hen. She's 2 years old. She's ready to breed. Open the door so you can see her a little bit better. She's sitting on top of my society nest box. We'll zoom in here a little bit and focus on. Come on, buddy. There we go. You can see her back, her beak's black. You know, she's ready to breed. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her in with him, and I'm going to give him one more chance to breed. You know, she's experienced. She'll be a good mother. Was a great mother for me last year, and so maybe that'll help kind of give us a little bit better chance of some healthy and strong chicks. And then we'll just put my hen here, let her go out to the aviary and give her a break for the rest of the year. So that's those guys. Hold on real quick while I hurry and throw this nest box back on so the parents can keep the chicks warm. Just gonna set the phone down. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry for the terrible camera views on this video, guys. Apologize for that. But you know, I'm a guy. You get what you get, I guess. So we'll show you this last pair here. Let me slide these cages on over. Put it back where it's supposed to belong. Slide that in. Okay. So we got here. Let me flip it this way for you guys. So we got my blue back pair. They're in there. The hen's in on the nest as usual. You know, she's a pretty tight sitter. I probably won't candle the eggs on this video just because I've already put the phone down enough, but I'm going to candle the eggs today. And if they're not fertile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss the eggs out, and I'm going to get the 2 babies that were from here, and I'm going to put them in their nest box and see if they'll raise those chicks out. I really don't think these chicks will survive with those other 2 chicks being so big. It just cuts their chances in half, and it's really unfortunate. So I'd love to try and keep the chicks alive as best as I can. So, you know, just take a peek there. You know, last video looked at the eggs, and to me the eggs didn't look fertile, but I'll candle them today after this video. Maybe I'll throw in the comments, let you guys know if they were fertile or not. But so we'll give you a shot of my chicks down here. So the 6 chicks that I have are doing great, and then they have 2 owl finches in there. They're healthy and strong. They're flying good. They're eating all their food. So that's something that I'm, you know, grateful for, and you know, hopefully these guys can molt out and turn into some beautiful gouldians for me next year. You know, with my gouldians being so low, I'll probably try and hold on to about 50% of my babies, and I'll try and trade those babies with other breeders and get some new bloodlines, get some new pairs for me next year. So hopefully that'll be something that we can do this coming next year. So, you know, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hope everything's going well with all your birds and your breeding. Wish you best of luck, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks.